How's it, Nizam? How you doing?
Hi guys, is it Sim? Hello
Yes, it
Sim,
is.
I'm good. I'm good, buddy. How are you?
No, I'm very good, thanks. Just looking at the Bulls this season as a whole. Obviously, you guys had a great start to the URC, and of late you've hit this speed bump. Just almost psychologically, where is the team at the moment? What's the chat within?
Uh, yeah, Sim. Look, it's honestly the last few weeks been it's been tough, frustrating, if I can put it that way. And the thing is, the more the results goes that way, boys tend to, or in general, you tend to try harder, and things might not so go your way. But the chat during the sessions and in the camp is like keep pushing. Things will turn. It's not the end of the world. We're still looking, good. Obviously in the URC table, not too great on the Champions Cup, but I mean the boys are really positive. Um, we're just trying to help each other. Obviously, it is a little bit of a slump and so on with the results not going our way. But we're really looking forward to this weekend, and we're trying to, turn that corner the other way up.
And with that in mind, what opportunity does this week's sort of match against Stade Francais present for you guys? Obviously, it being a dead rubber.
No, massive. Obviously, a stepping stone for the URC when we go back to the URC. Look, things haven't been really going our way in terms of the results, but we don't see it as a dead rubber. We're really excited. We obviously want to get everything or play the perfect game. I think every team strives to get that, and we're no different. So this one for us is really, a game that I wouldn't say targeting, but if I can put it that way, our mindset is to, nail everything and try and get the perfect 80 minutes. Yes, there will be some mistakes and challenges, but we just want to, hit the road running again so that we also, good for the URC again.
Last one from me. A lot of the last four games are games that you guys were well in before kind of like you ended up losing them. What's the sort of rationale? What's the final sort of explanation in terms of putting, the finger on what's actually happened, why it's happened that way? Why is it that, for want of a better expression, you losing games you shouldn't be losing?
Yeah, look, I don't want to shoot myself in the foot and pinpoint what exactly is the issue. I don't think that is my role to, say this. I'm only a player. So we get plans or given plans. We try to execute as best as we can. And I'm not going to throw anybody, sort of under the bus or saying this is a problem, that is a problem. Just to obviously also protect myself in terms of that. Yeah. So look, all I can say is we are trying to be as positive as possible can be. We're trying to turn the corner for us, and it's not all dead and gloom for us. We're really positive. We're really trying to, turn things around here. The last few weeks it hasn't been good, as you mentioned, but we're trying to nail that perfect performance.
Thanks for that. Good luck.
Cheers. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, Nizam. I hope you're well.
Alaikum salam, brother. How are you?
Good, man. Nizam, just obviously, Champions Cup is now, the campaign's basically done and dusted. But you guys have got a very outside chance of where you can make the Challenge Cup if you have a good win and put some points on the board. Is that the target this week, or is it more gaining momentum and sort of stopping the slide, so to speak, so that when URC comes back, you guys are sort of hit the ground running, if I can put it that way?
That's exactly the plan. That's what we're looking to do. I think they saw the Challenge Cup. I think with the competitions, the new competitions and things like that are not. I don't think the people out there totally understands it, but for us, obviously, we know what is required of us, so that's the plan going forward. Yes.
Okay, so just to clarify, you are targeting then the Challenge Cup place then rather than
Yeah,
finishing
that's good.
last in the
Yeah,
group.
that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, some results must go our way, other places, but yeah, that's the plan, as you put it. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Nizam, it's a strange situation, I suppose, as a player, because on the one hand, you have these never-ending 12-month seasons since COVID, where you guys go straight from a URC straight into a Currie Cup, straight into URC again, and you don't get a proper break, and you sort of force breaks in between for players. But that's the one part of it. The other part of it is that there's players like yourself who seem to have these long breaks in between. You're still training, but the team's been off for 3 weeks, but you guys haven't played that much. The fringe players, if I can put it that way, haven't played that much. How has that been to keep yourself? I'm not saying motivated because you're a professional player, but just in the top of mind and that you obviously at your best when you get onto the field.
Yeah, and obviously, when you match fit, it's a total different ball game to just training out there and running straight line fitness runs or playing small sided games to get your fitness up. We are training during the week, but as you said, it's not as playing, because as you saw last week, a lot of the boys, including myself, haven't played for months. And as a professional, you need to stay sharp, which is difficult because I know match fitness plays a big role. So you need to stay sharp, you need to train hard, stay healthy, stay fit, or be available always at training so that you can be selected. So in our group, there's quite a big group. So for me personally, you can't take your foot off the pedal. You have to compete, and the whole challenge for me is nice because you can never relax. You can't just chill in the gym or take a day off or call in sick. You have to be available and always challenging for the spot. And a lot of us, would we want to play more? Yes, that's the answer. But unfortunately, it is a big squad, so you have to always put your hand up every single day and be available for that challenge to come here. But it's really difficult. If some boys, or including myself, you come back after a few weeks, but that's the nature of the sport. You have to stay on top of your game and always make sure you get selected, I suppose. So yeah, that's it.
Thanks a lot.
How's it, Nemo? Hope you're well. Greetings here from Cape Town. Just on being back at Loftus. It's a month today that you last played there, the 14th of December. Is there a different aura that you're back there training, knowing that you're gonna play there? Is a different aura in the change room at the moment? I know you're coming off a tough loss, but is there a different aura there?
Yeah, always nice to play at Loftus. And the chat, obviously, yesterday and today is like we this is our fortress, and we want to make it a fortress and have some glory days. So the mood and everything in the camp is really different. And obviously, that plays a huge role that we are playing at home. But as I said before, we are excited. We are trying to be as positive as we can be and just give it our all again. But the home ground advantage is a good thing for us, yes.
And then things, it's already tough knowing that you want to pick up your first win in the Champions Cup and gunning for that Challenge Cup spot. But then if you look past this weekend, it's the Jukskei and then it's the first derby against the Stormers. Is that something you also filter into your discussions that somewhere we need that momentum to also make ourselves ready for those South African games?
Yes, definitely. And it's not an easy road that we sort of hitting now. But this weekend should be, not should be, but it should be the perfect setup for us to, to bigger things. And it's only going to get tougher, and we're aware of that. But I'm gonna give you the obvious answer, like everybody say, like we always just focus on what's to come this weekend, and then we can focus. But now and then things are or talks are thrown like that. That we've got a tough road, and we all looked at it, so we know what is coming. But this weekend is all that matters right now.
Just on a personal note, you had a very strong game over in France. How are you feeling about your game? And where do you feel you are at?
No, I feel good. I've been out. I removed my appendix a few weeks ago. I think I'm 6 or 7 weeks post the appendix removal. I had a curry cup, so I didn't have a break. A lot of the other guys also didn't have a break. So the head coach, Coach Jake, gave a few of us off just to let the body rest again. But I must say I was nervous and but more excited. I think at my age, a lot of players probably don't feel anything, but I still feel like the butterflies in the stomach and going out there. Being nervous, I think it's a good thing because that means you care for the team and for what you are doing. I think for me, the moment I start feeling like not butterflies or you don't want to be here, that's probably the day when I don't know how other boys feel, but when you should stop playing or if you don't dream of, doing well. And for me, always the night before, I always dream of running these good lines and offloading and stuff like that. But then I wake up. So then obviously on game day, I try to promote that and do what my dreams told me the night before. So that's always a thing for me. And I wish things can go like it goes in my dream for me.
Thanks, Nimo.
Cool.
Okay, cheers.
Thank you, Leighton. Nimo, everybody online, unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut it short because...
Oh, yes, man, I have one. Please, Lunga. It's Marnus.
Marnus.
It's fine, Marnus. We have a meeting now, so it's fine. You can shoot.
Hi, Nizam. I was actually wondering, what do you think is the actually reason that French teams is the last year? I mean, always actually winning in this actually the Heineken Cup, and actually adding on to that, what must SA do for the Bulls or the Sharks to fare better in this actually Heineken Cup? Nizam, please, meneer.
Magnus, I think I played over in England and I know how big this competition is. I don't think South Africa or the players or the supporters out there knows how big this competition is. I think when we understand that, like the French does, obviously the English people, the Scottish teams and the teams around the world, and I think we will take up that challenge a lot better. Because it's like the UEFA Champions League of football, basically. And I think if we all wrap our heads around that, we will, go like we obviously try. I'm not saying we're not doing anything about it, but we, giving it our all. But that's why the French teams and they know how rich or this competition when it started and things like that. So they know what is at stake every time they take the field.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Guys, bye-bye.